on this Memorial Day with a very special American story with Bob Dotson. It comes from San Antonio, Texas, thanks to a soldier who could make the faces on Mount Rushmore grin.
Bobby Henline was a soldier.
I love my job. Had a great time.
A former Army Staff Sergeant. He served on the front lines in Iraq 4 times.
But I gotta say, that last tour was a real blast.
He invites us to laugh and ease his pain.
I didn't lose a chin in the blast. I just never had one.
Sergeant Henline needed 45 surgeries to rebuild his face and left hand.
You could do all kinds of cool things with it.
He took up comedy to cope with the pain.
What's the record?
Some who undergo such an ordeal have spirits beyond repair.
21, 22, 23! Oh, snap!
Given all that's happened to you, how can you be so upbeat?
There's so much of life left to enjoy and live that I have to be upbeat. I have to go on. I love 4th of July. I go to the fireworks stands. Can you give me the same stuff you gave me last year? It was great.
The sergeant's wife and 3 kids found out about his injuries the day before Easter 2007.
His skull had been burned to the bone, more than a third of his body on fire. To save him, doctors kept Bobby in a medically induced coma for a couple of weeks. A month later, his family finally got to see him.
I was kind of terrified. I didn't want them to freak out, and I didn't want him to freak out.
At first, Ike still couldn't see me. I just saw this weird-looking guy.
Whose care he thought was too much for his wife, Connie. She had to tend to his wounds up to 6 hours before they left to see doctors each day.
I did, wish that I'd go to sleep and not wake up. Like I felt I was a bigger burden in my family.
That's got to be one of your worst nightmares. It's almost, in its own way, tougher than if he had just died.
No. I know I'd rather do this again.
She knows there is someone special beneath that Halloween face.
You can look in his eyes and you can tell that's your dad. He might look a little different, but he jokes about it and you're okay with it.
This is who I am. I earn these scars, There's like tattoos with better stories. 2 thumbs up. Why you gotta rub it in?
He began turning horror into humor, writing those stories at tiny comedy clubs near his San Antonio hospital.
Now, do I do it after my surgery? Or
speaking for all those disfigured veterans who endure whispers and stares.
You should see the other guy.
Bobby's great tragedy became a triumph. On a neon-lit evening in Las Vegas. It was a date burned deep in his memory.
My Humvee got blown up by a roadside bomb 4 years ago today.
He was the only one of the 5 soldiers in his Humvee who survived that Iraqi bomber.
But I am able now to go around and help way more people than he'll ever hurt.
I have a very high respect for people in the Army, and even more of a respect for people like you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I made it. That 4 years to the day, and seeing my dream and what I thought I was here to do just coming true.
This from a man who once thought he might as well be dead.